Hypercars. When you hear about them, your mind could go, what are hypercars? Well, supercars are fast, but hypercars are faster, like land speed record breaking fast. Both in speed and acceleration, they set new benchmark for road cars. And here is how I define a hypercar. Any car that can go faster than 350 km per hour and has more than 1000 horsepower is a hypercar in my book, or at least for this video. Now let's begin our countdown. Koenigsegg, the Regera. In Swedish, Regera means to rule. Regera was built with a new approach, as the company's founder Christian von Koenigsegg explains.
Even though it's the most powerful car we ever built, it's not the most racy or sporty in a sense, even though it's very sporty. It's more of a luxury super hyper car.
Here are some specs and performance figures. It has a twin turbocharged V8 engine producing 1500 horsepower. Regera accelerates from 0 to 100 in 2.7 seconds and reaches 300 in just 10.9 seconds and can reach a top speed of 400 km per hour in 20 seconds. Well, with performance figures like those, it does rule the road for sure. With a beautiful interior and a price close to $2 million, it does tick the luxury box. But with just only 80 units ever to be produced, you have to be both rich and lucky to own one. Bugatti Veyron Supersport. The Supersport is an iteration of the Bugatti Veyron, as it leads not just with the performance but has something quintessential that no other hypercar has, which is heritage. Bugatti was founded in early 1900s and their cars were known for beauty and elegance in design, and also for the many race victories. In present day, the Supersport is not just famous for its monstrous performance, but also for its beautifully well crafted interiors, and also for its refinement at those insane speeds, as James May explains.
I'm going faster than I can speak, 300, 320. That is amazing, it's so stable, I'm already up to 340.
The Supersport has a quad turbocharged W16, which is two V8s put together. It produces a whopping 1200 bhp, which helps it to put down a 0 to 100 figure of 2.5 seconds. It has improved aerodynamics, part of which is its active rear spoiler. When the car is braking, it moves up. It alone creates braking force as much as a hatchback. As the car accelerates, it moves back in to reduce drag. The Veyron Supersport is electronically limited to 415 km per hour. The Supersport World Record Edition, which, as you can see in this picture, can be identified by its orange body detailing, will hit the top speed of 431 km per hour. The Supersport costs £1.2 million, and before you rush to buy it, just a reminder, only 30 units of the Supersport and 5 units of the World Record Edition were ever produced. So as fast as it is, equally rare it is. Koenigsegg 1. If you started wondering what the 1 in its name stands for, it's a hint to the car's body weight to power ratio, as the car weighs 1361 kg and has 1361 PS of power, giving it the name 1, basing on which Koenigsegg claims it to be the world's first mega car and designed it to be more track focused from the inception. Well, here are few facts and figures that will help you believe all their claims. It has a twin turbocharged V8 engine capable of propelling the car from 0 to 100 in 2.8 seconds, 0 to 200 in 6.6 seconds, and 0 to 300 in 11.9 seconds. And it stops from 300 to 0 in barely 6 seconds, all of which it manages while being extremely stable. As you can see, the test driver accelerates and brakes with minimum steering assistance. The one has a theoretical top speed of 440 km per hour, making it the fastest Koenigsegg ever to be made. Before you expect to see one, of which there is a pretty slim chance, as only 6 units will ever be built. Koenigsegg Venom GT, world's fastest edition. Well, I believe this car doesn't need any introduction, as the name itself suggests what it was built to achieve. Its makers, Hennessy Performance Engineering, a Texas-based company, created this one hell of a car by heavily modifying a Lotus Exige. Here are its specs and performance figures that help it make and break world records. The Venom GT has a twin turbocharged V8, churning out 1244 bhp, bolted into a carbon fiber body, resulting in this car achieving a Guinness World Record for the fastest production car from 0 to 300, which was under 13.63 seconds, and propelling it to an insane speed of 435 km per hour. As extraordinary as its performance is, Venom GT is equally rare, as only 3 cars were ever built, each costing $1.2 million. Bugatti Chiron. It's Bugatti's latest creation and a successor to the Veyron. It houses in the familiar W16 quad-turbo engine, which is heavily reworked to produce a staggering 1500 PS of power, enabling it to reach 0 to 100 in 2.4 seconds, 0 to 200 in 6.5 seconds, and 0 to 300 in 13.6 seconds. The full top speed is expected to be around 463 km per hour, which we are yet to know, as Bugatti plans a record attempt not until 2018. But with the speedometer climbing all the way to 500 km per hour, it's sure to prove its claims. And yes, like all other cars in this list, the Chiron 2 is produced in limited numbers. So that has been my take on hypercars. Do subscribe to find more interesting videos.